CD. Audio Theory Radio. Okay, this is the first podcast that we're going to do, and we haven't done one of these before, but the idea is we're going to do one of these every week so you guys have some content from us every week to see, while you're waiting on the bigger shows that take lots of time to do. And so on this week's episode, we're going to talk about The Offspring. It's going to be The Offspring Retrospective. We're going to talk about every Offspring album that has come out. And here with me today we have
Zack Jones
and Joshua Edwards.
Yeah, Josh, this is the first time Josh has ever done anything with us. We've known him for about 10 years now. We just got back in touch with him here recently. Tell him about yourself, Josh.
I don't know. What do you want me to tell him about?
Just tell him stuff, man.
I don't know. What is there to say? We all been friends for past about 10, 11 years now, and hell, we all have about the same kind of likes. Play the same type of music we all like, and hell, I don't know. We play games, play music, hang out, and just do random shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. All right, so The Offspring. When was the first time you heard them, Josh?
Oh man, I remember the first song was "Come Out and Play" from Smash. It was probably in late '90s is really when I heard it first time. Heard it on one of the Mountain Dew. I can't remember the name of the albums. It was one of those Mountain Dew X Game albums they used to get when you win the CD from drinking the drink and found the code on the bottle cap. But yeah, I heard that and I was like really impressed with it. I just really liked it. So when I started to listen to Smash, and yeah, it's about probably about '97, probably about when I first heard them.
Sweet, sweet. When did you first hear Offspring, Zack?
I remember Come Out and Play, but I don't remember who did it at the time. When we first heard, the first time they became like, hey, that's The Offspring, was Americana.
Yeah.
Was when that Pretty Fly for a White Guy came out.
Yeah,
that was like the last good Offspring album. We got to them pretty late.
Yeah, like that was definitely the first time I heard them.
But then after that, we ended up getting Smash, and I was like, hey, they're the guys that did that song.
Yeah, for real. Like, I remember the first time I heard them, it was me and you were watching MTV at our grandparents' house, and Pretty Fly for a White Guy came on, and we're like, whoa, this is a pretty cool video. I liked the colors, and I liked the song, and yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Wow, because it was like...
It's funny, MTV's still playing music videos too. That's the funny part.
That was like the last
back
year.
Then, though, was like nothing but rap shit, and this was like making fun of it.
Yeah, and that was when, like, late '98, we saw that video, and we were like, this is fucking cool, man.
I like a little humor in my bands.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did you start listening to Green Day before that? Before you ever heard Offspring?
It was really around the same time for me.
It was around the same time, but I do remember Green Day, and I remembered the songs, and I knew it was Green Day. So when I got the albums, I knew what songs I was getting, so I probably knew Green Day more than I did Offspring when I started listening to them.
Okay, and so...
The first album cover is amazing.
Yeah, like, there's so much shit to look at on... are you talking about Dookie?
No.
Oh, you're talking about... Okay,
yeah. Offspring, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, The Offspring.
We did Green Day the other day.
That is an amazing fucking album cover.
I've never ever heard that album or even knew about it. I thought Smash was the first one for the longest time.
You've got like guts hanging out of some character here. Okay, it's like an alien coming out of the dude's chest.
That's punk rock right there.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
It's very punk rock. It has some kind of Dead Kennedys kind of sound.
Yeah,
but the re-release cover is just kind of
Yeah, the re-release cover is shitty. Yeah, it sort of does.
It looks like the cover of Korn.
It was '95 when they re-released this because it came out like shortly
after Smash?
Yeah, shortly after Smash.
Yeah, what happened was they made enough money from Smash that they were able to... they were able to buy the rights and re-release it themselves. Yeah, I don't have Smash in the case from.
You know why?
Yeah, that's yours that you gave to Matt.
No.
Oh, what?
This is Matt's.
Yeah, he gave me all his
but
shit.
I have the case.
Oh, okay.
He wants that
Because I
back.
traded him the case to fucking Ixnay on the Hombre because mine was all fucked up and I was eventually gonna rebuy it.
That's what we would. All
And
right.
I didn't have a case for the fucking Smash album, so I was like, well, here you go.
Yeah, we're gonna refer to him as Old Too Tall whenever we talk about him.
Old Too Tall.
If you're familiar with our song Too Tall's Lonely Christmas, yeah, he's a guy that we knew. But yeah, let's get back to this album. Like,
That is an amazing album.
yeah, it is a it's an amazing debut album. It really is. Like, have you heard anything off of here, Josh?
Nah, let me see. See, I probably have, but just didn't know who it was. Kind of like how you were with Come Out and Play.
None of those were on the radio, though.
Well, if they've never been on the radio, I've probably never heard it.
Yeah, that was underground.
So that's funny, because this, when did it originally release? This one says 95.
Yeah, this is the re-release.
So, because I know that they actually formed in 84.
It
Yeah,
was 89.
Yeah, it says here June 15, 89.
So, I mean, it took them 5 years for they actually had their first album.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, it was only released on like vinyl or some shit, but
Yeah,
after
it was short. It had a limited release.
after the amount of money they made with Smash, they were able to buy the rights to the songs and re-release it themselves, and everybody thought it was like a new album after Smash.
But yeah, then what was it, like 92? Ignition comes out. That's a very good album.
But yeah,
Like,
we'll get to Ignition in a moment. Like, I want to talk
Still
about
on this one.
yeah, because like I really like how in your face this album is. Kill the President is
That is
fucking
a
awesome.
badass fucking intro.
I love Jennifer Lost the War. That's a great fucking song. Demons, I really like Demons because that's the one when like he busts out with like off with her head, or some
See, I
shit.
actually think I've heard that song.
No, wait. Beheaded.
Yeah, Beheaded. Okay, yeah, there you go. My bad. I'm thinking of Demons.
That would go with Off With Your Head a little bit better.
yeah.
Watch
This
it
is
spurt like a garden hose. Beheaded.
like because I
Badass.
got all of these from fucking Oh Too Tall, and like they are horribly scratched. And surprisingly, like, look how bad that is. That is incredibly bad.
Wow.
Surprisingly, this is the only one that doesn't skip. But
It's the only one that doesn't skip.
yeah, it's the only one that doesn't skip, and it looks terrible. So what are your thoughts on the first Offspring album?
I remember when I first heard it, it took me a couple listens to like it, but I was like, this is very different. But I do like it because it didn't have like the polished sound, and it wasn't so.
Yeah, because we came in at Americana, and you know,
it didn't have a lot of melodies.
Yeah, that's something I noticed.
And it was just a lot of jamming.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
just
really,
a
really
fucking
dug
rocking
that.
album, dude.
Like old school kind of punk rock. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking
hard
loud.
riff, this long,
Like,
Shout.
I had to
riffs.
listen to it a couple of times when I remember Oh Too Tall got it. And like I was like, oh damn, I really want this album. So I listened to it a couple times to let it really digest, because I was so used to the Offspring that had a melody.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want
More
to say.
woes and shit.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
exactly
whoa, whoa.
what happened when Ignition came out. It's a really good album, but that's one that started bringing in all the woes and shit.
Yeah, so let's talk about
This
Ignition
is like
here.
think if Smash didn't have as much money as
that
Smash
cover
had.
looks like a Christmas album.
It does, with
That's
the
the
fire.
Christmas
I
album.
remember when I first bought it, I was like, this is the shittiest cover in the world.
It is a pretty
It's
dumb
a
album
little,
cover.
Little fireplace, and then you have a dude, like a silhouette of a dude playing guitar in the back.
Do you really? I can't really see that.
It's somewhere. Maybe it's on the back. It's on the. There it is on the fucking CD.
Okay, yeah, he's on the CD. Yeah, I see the guitar strap. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Ignition? Like, this is, what year is this? This is 1992.
Yeah, Epitaph.
Yeah, Epitaph, man.
There was nothing to look at in the album cover.
Yeah,
But
absolutely
it had very,
nothing.
Very solid songs. It was
Oh,
like
Kick Him When He's Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
rocking song.
I like that song.
Dirty Magic was really good.
Yeah, I actually, when I was listening to this one the other day, getting ready for this podcast, all the songs played, but skipped a little bit. But
I'm sure
then,
you remembered all of them.
Actually, yeah, I remembered some of them from when you used to play it a lot, but then a lot of them I'd never heard before.
Burn It Up was good.
But yeah, Burn It Up, No Hero, pretty much all the last fucking 4 or 5 songs.
Really, you
just
never
skip.
heard? Oh, they skipped. Okay.
Yeah, they skipped so bad that I couldn't listen to them.
This album looks like it was printed in '92 still. It's so discolored.
No, it looks like it was purchased in '92.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Man, it's...
Yeah, like Oh Too Tall never took care of his shit. And
Spit it out there, Travis.
yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I was like, what'd you say about it being like Smash with less budget?
It was a lower budget smash.
Low budget smash.
Yeah, man. Like, it rocks. Like, every song I was getting into the other day.
Like, he cleaned it with a Brillo brush.
Yeah.
Wait. I know he was cleaning his CDs with some shit.
Yeah, he had one of those.
Oh my god! It looks
CD
like
cleaner
someone took it like. That looks like someone snot rocked it on it. Yeah, he did clean it. I see it.
Yeah, you see the little waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in horrible fucking condition. Like,
The little black back case.
this album, like, to me, had a lot of fucking, like, it sort of had the characteristics of your quintessential Offspring sound. Like, they were still trying to sort of find themselves amongst their punk rock peers. Like, their first one sounded more straight up punk, but this one had a little more melody in the lead tracks, and the more, like, it started the whoa 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 shits, and like,
It was the first time they found their comfort zone.
Yeah, true that. Like, their first comfort zone of and this is pretty much like Smash will be the last one that sort of has the like amazing Offspring sound to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ignition, man, I really fucking dug it. For a second album, like, it's not as, I don't know, it's not as heavy as their first album to me.
But it's a great follow-up.
Yeah, it's a damn good follow-up, man.
Because in another way, you can hear what he's saying better than you could on the first album. In the first album, he's like, la, 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 la,
Less screaming.
la, 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 la.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is only, it is their second album, so I mean, he's still, Dexter was still trying to get into his own.
Yeah.
I mean, because when did I know the current lineup,
The lineup didn't change until Splinter.
Yeah, when they lost their drummer.
So we'll get to that.
So I know they went through a lot of drummers in the beginning, but then they got...
Now, alright, let's talk about Smash. The first time I ever heard Smash was, alright, there was this kid that we knew when we were growing up. His name was Mike, and he would just give his CDs away. I remember we traded him this drawing of Kurt Cobain because he was obsessed with Nirvana, like 4 years later than when you should have been obsessed with Nirvana, man.
Well, too late.
Yeah, it was like 1999, and he's like he's dressing up and stuff. He's like talking about, dude, I'm dressed up just like Kurt Cobain today, man. He was wearing camo pants and a wife beater shirt, talking about, I'm dressed up just like Kurt Cobain, and I'm like, no, you're not, dude. No, you're not. Wow. And so anyway, me and him, because he's the guy who gave us the Americana album. That's the first time I ever heard a full album from Offspring. And I remember we were walking down the street, and he was like, dude, I got another Offspring CD you can just have. And I'm like, all right, man. So we go to his house, and he gives me Smash, and like, I was blown away.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what year Americana came out.
98.
98. Yeah, I think that's about the time I first heard Smash, because when I heard that album, that's when I was like, man, these guys rock, and I went out and bought Americana right after it came out. And I love the artwork in that cap. That is amazing artwork.
So with Smash, I love this fucking album cover. When was the first time you heard Smash, Zack?
You heard it?
Yeah, when I got it.
That was like after we listened to Americana every fucking night.
Yeah, dude.
Before, it was like the time when we only had 2 CDs, and it was fucking Chumbawamba, Tub Thumping, and Americana by Offspring. It was the only 2 goddamn CDs we had, and we played them motherfuckers out.
Yeah, we damn sure did. We damn sure did.
It was like every night we went to bed listening to one or the other.
Yeah, that album cover's nice. Kind of the X-ray
yeah, dude.
person.
I love the fucking skeleton dude on there.
But yeah, the first time I heard that was when you got it, and I enjoyed it. It was like it had the same sound that I remembered from Americana, and then I didn't know they came out with anything after that till a year later.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know jack shit about the one that came after this, but like, when was the first time you heard Smash, Josh?
It was probably shortly before Americana that released, because I remember, as that it was during about, I think it was sometime early in the year when they're doing the X Games stuff, and I drink Mountain Dew a lot, and well, I won one of the free CDs, and I got it in the mail, and I was listening to it, and this song, Come Out and Play, was on there. And I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. I leafed through the booklet, and it said the band was Offspring, so I went to the store, and they just came out with Americana. So I picked up Americana, and then eventually, of course, I picked up Smash, too. But yeah, it's probably earlier the same year when it came out, 98. But yeah, it was, I was really amazed by how good, because again, like, for a time, most kind of, either punk I thought of was easily old school, like Ramones, and then the newer stuff like Green Day kind of version punk, and I heard these, like, this is kind of more punk rock that I kind of like, because there's more of the in your face, not so much of a, really was no anti-government in it until, they didn't kind of get political until about a little bit later.
Well, who? Green Day or Offspring?
Offspring.
No, Offspring's first album had a lot of.
Well, see, I never heard their first album, so okay. I didn't know anything until Smash. And
Smash was very political.
Yeah, Smash is in your fucking face.
Well,
like, it's my number one favorite.
Yeah.
Well, because the one song, was it? Which one is that? They're talking about the governments, the superpowers, something. No, it's been a long time. I love that song. That's one where they're talking about the superpowers, using their weapons to push people around. But yeah, it's 98 was the first time I heard it, and yeah,
it's a badass album.
Like, I love.
That's all I can say about it. Yeah,
this is one of these albums
it's one
where,
of the
like,
quintessential Offspring albums.
Yeah, it's, to me, is like the last amazing Offspring album, but it's not the last good one.
It's the same thing like with, well, not really, but like the first 3 Korn albums were really good, and everything else they put out after that has just been kind of.
Well, it's like the majority of the albums were good, and then the other ones had good songs on different albums. So,
like, I love the intro on this album with the "All right, how are you doing?"
It's
with
time to relax.
Yeah, man, and I love, like, at the end of one of the songs,
sit back and indulge yourself.
He comes in, he's like, "Ooh, I really liked that one. So
Let's
here's another."
see what's next.
Yeah. And then here's something.
There's the woman one where she's like, it's like, ooh, that's something everyone can enjoy.
Like, I love the ending of the album where
he comes back.
Yeah, he comes back, and then you hear a fucking little outro song, and it turns out that that's music that they used for a song on the album after this. Which was pretty cool, and I really, I didn't know this until the other day when I listened to this album to get ready for this, that there's a hidden track on here which is just an extended jam of the, what is it? Is it the Come Out and Play?
Yeah.
No.
But the drum beat for that little hidden track was used for Pay the Man.
Yeah, Pay the Man is like my favorite song.
I love Pay the Man.
But like, this is the kind of album that just surprises me because there's no parental advisory, but they're fucking cussing throughout this whole album, and you can buy it at Walmart uncut. When that blows me away.
Well, there was a lot of Green Day like that. All the Green Day were uncut until American Idiot come out. That's when they were like, well, we have to put on parental advisory on there.
Well, that's what's so weird because it was 90. Look at the time which these things came out, and they were already starting putting on the parental advisory on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a song that can't be played on the radio, Bad Habit, when he's like,
you stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker.
I love that song, man, because who hasn't been there before when you just want to
car and
you just want to fucking slam into the dude, you want to fucking shoot him.
That song makes me drive fast anyways. I hear that song, it pumps you up. You just want to
dude. Like I like "Gotta Get Away." Like every song on this album.
That was
is
one
like
of the first
awesome.
drum beats I remember wanting to learn.
On what?
Gotta Get Away.
Yeah, that's a badass drum beat. And I fucking like my favorite song on here has got to be Killboy Powerhead. Which, damn, I didn't even know this until now. It's a cover from a band called the Digits.
Yeah, it says so. Well, you don't have the lyric book.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a cover. That's pretty cool.
But Genocide.
Oh yeah, Genocide.
That is a badass song. It uses that same riff from one of those songs on Ignition. Not Ignition, but Ixnay.
Okay.
Yeah, the opening part of the song.
All right. And so
it's just sped up on Genocide.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I don't know if the Offspring noticed that because they are one to repeat themselves.
Yeah, here's Josh playing it on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some rockin' shit. That's some rockin' shit.
This is really one of the best albums they got.
Yeah, Smash is definitely my #1 favorite.
It was my first album and my favorite, so.
So
this is one of mine.
Next we have
Ixnay on the Hombre.
Ixnay on the Hombre. This one I wasn't too familiar with.
I love the artwork.
This is all cool, all Spanish-y and
Dia de los Muertos kind of looking things going on.
Yeah, I remember.
This was really cool artwork when I first got it. I always just sat here and stared at it for a little bit. Like this dude's flipping everyone off in the background. You can buy it. I bought it at Walmart.
Damn.
No, Kmart.
Yeah.
But now, like,
still no parental advisory.
The this album, I first heard this because it was you, Zack, who I started to sort of not necessarily grow out of Offspring. I just kind of quit listening to them when I started listening to more metal shit. And I remember when you bought this, I was like, yeah, you know, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. But I didn't fully digest it until here recently when I turned it on to get ready for this. And
I like it. I really like the song "I Choose." That's a really rocking song.
I like the disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah, disclaimer, and then the intermission. Does it skip?
Yeah, the intermission was great. Yeah.
Intermission.
Oh yeah.
You also notice that they keep getting different record labels too.
Yes.
Epitaph. This one's by Columbia.
That's when they. I want to say that's when they first.
This is why it was kind of a sleeper hit, and we didn't hear much from it. Was because a lot of their fans were pissed off that they jumped record label. Because
Epitaph was very much an underground punk label.
That's what they were on.
Yeah.
Smash too, right? Yeah.
Epitaph. Yeah, they switched to Columbia.
Then they go
Records.
to fucking Columbia.
They go to Columbia.
But like,
then, I think they're still at Columbia.
There's a song on this album that annoys the shit out of me. Like, it's a cool song. Which one is it? Where he's like, "She ain't no ball and chain. She ain't no ball and chain." Like, that is annoying.
My old lady.
Yeah.
That is annoying to me, dude. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, what is he saying? Like, "She ain't got ball and chain. She ain't no ball and chain." I'm like, what the fuck is he saying, dude?
I remember not being able to understand what he was saying in The Meaning of Life.
Yeah, that's a cool song. Is that on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moda's a cool song.
Yeah, Moda band. Moda's badass. I like that. Moda! Moda! Yeah, that's a rockin' fucking song.
Cool to Hate's okay.
But this is definitely the, like, bridge between the Smash sound and the Americana sound.
Okay, here's where, like, the album kind of loses it. The first 4 songs are okay. I know you don't like Me and My Old Lady, but I
like the song. It just annoys me when he's like, "She ain't no ball and chain. She ain't no ball and chain."
Cool to Hate's okay. Leave It Behind is good, and then Gone Away comes. And you're
Gone Away.
That's how you can tell where it's where
it always lost me there. And then I Choose definitely picked it back up.
Yeah.
On this album for me, when I first listened to
Gone Away was the beginning of what later becomes
Intermission.
the new Offspring.
I liked it. I loved Intermission the first time I heard it.
Yeah, Intermission is awesome.
Then All I Want, I was like, this sounds Like a song that you wrote.
Yeah, that's the one that, yeah, like the very first song I ever wrote was I was 13 years old, and it's like, God, how did it go? It just about used the same riff and everything.
The same riff. That's why I was this like this.
And I'm like, let's go out and kill.
It's gonna be a thrill.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Way down the line's cool.
Yeah, it was like, 'cause killing people would be so much fun. I was a disturbed young boy.
You still are.
Yeah, I am.
Way Down the Line was cool. Don't Pick It Up was cool because he uses a it's Pat reference.
Does he really?
Yes.
What does he say? A him or a her, a man or a sir, it's Pat.
You want some ice cream?
He's like, I saw one that looked like Pat on Saturday Night Live.
Damn.
Wow. Oh, Pat.
For a girl to try, he saw one like that.
I know a lot of people probably don't like that movie, but I fucking loved the It's Pat movie. It had Ween in it, goddammit.
Ween.
He's like, I'm playing with the Ween, y'all. I'm playing with the Ween.
No, it wasn't he. It was Pat.
Yeah, it was Pat. Pat's playing with the Ween. And they played Don't Get Too Close to My Fantasy, which is an awesome Ween song. And like he falls off of that little hook or whatever, and it rips all his clothes off, and everyone but the watching audience sees
I think everybody knows a Pat.
Pat's gender.
We got a Pat at where I work at. Is it he? Is it she? It's Pat.
Oh yeah, and
Man or a her, man or a sir, it's Pat.
I love that
pay
movie.
for that.
So yeah, I like this album more now than I did when I first heard it, because I was like, I wasn't really getting into Offspring at the moment you bought this, and we heard this way after we heard Smash and Americana, and so the next album on the list is Americana. And like I said,
I love the artwork for that fucking album.
Ixnay is definitely the bridge between the Smash sound and the Americana sound. It's like, because Ixnay is kind of still in your face, but then it's kind of got the more goofy natured shit that you hear all over.
It's very polished compared to their earlier stuff, but that's what comes when you fucking join a major label.
Yeah, and like you said, I love the fucking artwork on.
It's like,
It's like each song has its own picture.
I love that. With, like you said, each song has its own picture.
It's like it's got a little story.
And yeah, and the artwork is just cool. I mean, for Pretty Fly for a White Guy, you got this goofy looking dude. He's got his 31 on his arm.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, like
Tommy
fucking
Hilfiger,
Jesus
hat
Christ.
backward.
That is cool. And then I like this.
Up a gun.
Yeah, little kid picking up a gun next
Kids
to
ain't
some
right.
blood. Like this album.
It's like every picture has something.
She's got issues.
Yeah, she sees bugs, and she holds a teddy bear.
Like this album is
Into the line.
probably my second favorite Offspring album. It has.
He's a man.
I have such a nostalgic feel for it. I mean, because when like we said already, when we had this album, we played it out. Like I can hear the songs in my head and the actual musical notes and progressions. Like if I'm bored, I can turn the album on imaginatively in my head and fucking listen to the whole thing without actually listening to the album.
I love it because I bought it when it first came out. It was about right before I heard it first. About right after I got Smash. I heard the first few songs on Smash. I remember always constantly being in school, just drawing on my books and on the desk, all little images in this thing, that little artwork style they got going on with Americana. I just love that. I used to like draw like the little bugs and the octopus and.
Yeah, that's some cool shit. Like every fucking song on this album, like they're not as in your face as Smash and all that, but they're in your face in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, it actually seems like the songs now tell a story. Each one has a little story as opposed to just
And like,
somebody yelling
I
out.
love She's Got Issues. Like, it's
Yeah.
definitely the ballad on the album, but it's a damn good little chill song. I mean, because who the fuck hasn't been there before?
Oh yeah.
Like, seriously, I love She's Got Issues. And
That's what was really good about it, because none of the songs really seemed like a ballad.
yeah, and nothing feels like filler on here either.
But I will point out that Why Don't You Get a Job sounds just like Obla-Dee, Obla-Da from the Beatles.
Does it really?
Yes.
Obla-Dee, oh yeah, Obla-Dee, Obla-Da.
La la la.
Oh!
Why don't you get a job?
Oh my god. But yeah, that was actually the second Offspring song I ever heard was Why Don't You Get a Job, because before we got the album, we were just familiar with Pretty Fly for a White Guy, and then Why Don't You Get a Job started playing on MTV, and I was like, I sort of like this a little more. I mean, because I was, when I was 13, I was like, yeah, he's saying bitch in a song. He hates that bitch.
Did you ever notice what the CD cover is supposed to be? I mean, the
Like
CD,
a little ashtray.
it's a pie.
Oh, okay, I see that
the
now.
American pie.
I've never fucking
the slice of the pie
noticed.
is-
And
yeah,
they
it's-
put a cigarette out. I've
yeah.
always just noticed the
The
cigarette.
slice of pie
Yeah,
is missing.
I noticed the cigarette.
American Dream.
Wow.
I mean, that's that's why it's called Americana. The American Dream, and like he said, the song Americana.
Yeah, I love
He
that
has
song.
a dream, but everything is fucking backwards. His entire idea of what the American Dream is now backwards.
Yeah, I really like that song. Like, I really fucking like
This
that.
was the first
Well, I'd
one
like
that
to
actually
tell
had
you-
a very progressive song on it too, because it's like 7 to 9 minutes long.
You talking about Pay the Man?
Pay the Man.
Yeah,
That
that's.
song has a
I
lot
love
of
that
good
long
changes in it.
intro. That's just that
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
slow,
that-
nice and chill.
That's got to be my favorite Offspring song ever. Is
You gotta
just
love
'cause
the
it's-
artwork for it too. That Shiva look.
Yeah,
look
it's
creature.
so-
Holding fucking
got
images in her
AK-47
fucking arms.
Yeah, she's got Bill Clinton's
Right.
head,
Oh,
a
VHS.
McDonald's burger,
Medication.
I don't know if it's a crack
Fucking
pipe
porno.
or a pipe, and they got VHS.
AK.
Yep.
Is that porn?
Yeah, that's definitely porn.
Yeah,
you got
porn.
boobs.
Yeah.
Boobs, man.
Boobs.
Boobs. Fucking
Major
like
boobage.
major boobage.
And of course, there's no parental advisory sticker on
Yeah,
it.
there's no
There was
parental
a
advisory.
lot of
There's-
cussing on this
There's a
album.
lot of cussing on here, and
And this is long after Walmart started pulling the whole have to have parental advisory. or
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, Korn came out when this did, and it had fucking parental advisory on it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like, there's really nothing on. I don't know. There's a few songs I would say on Follow the Leader that need the parental advisory sticker for at least the fucking.
cameltosis.
And all in the
Cameltosis.
family.
All in the family. Cameltosis.
But this one, it really should have had a parental advisory, and I'm glad that it didn't because we were able to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. It's just.
It's just one of those. It's probably one of those albums that slipped through the cracks.
But it's
and-
not like that we wouldn't have been able to not get it.
Yeah, our
because of
parents
the
bought us
advisory
stuff
on
all
there.
the time.
We would have been able to get it, but we just wouldn't have been able to go in the store and buy it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
would have had parental guidance to buy it for us.
Yeah, our parents didn't care what we were lucky
Just some
because
homeless guy
our
outside.
parents didn't
for it.
care what we listened to
Fucking
or
CD
watched.
store gave us shit. We're like, Mom, we need you to buy this CD for us because it has a sticker on it.
She's like, God damn, fuck those government officials.
Yeah. And more likely their last full album that were pretty much from front to back, the album was just good.
Yeah, this is definitely my last favorite Offspring CD. Like, to me, it's all downhill from here,
It
man.
Well, it kind of plateaued right there, and what's coming up next? Conspiracy One.
Like, I
That's
love
where
Walla
it
Walla.
started
Walla
sliding
Walla's
down.
good.
Oh yeah, but we're about to get Conspiracy One anyway, so.
And End of the Line is really
End of the
good. And Feelings, man. Feelings is
Feelings.
awesome.
It's
Could
hilarious.
you, now,
Feelings.
could you imagine Steve Urkel sitting on Laura's tree with his accordion singing this version of Feelings to her? Like, seriously, feelings that I want to kill you. You know what I mean, dude? Like, Urkel would have been hardcore if he was singing that fucking version.
It sounds like it'd be an ICP song nowadays. It would be.
Oh, God,
Like,
ICP.
I want to beat you. Feelings like I want to beat you. Some shit like that.
Yeah, oh, man.
It
And
was
it's so happy and upbeat the way the song is too. It's such a dark
Feelings,
song.
Whoa. Like, this definitely is the Offspring's woeliest album.
You know who's doing background vocals on there,
And
right?
who's that?
Davey Havoc from AFI.
What?
That's where all the woes come from.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you gotta think. Early AFI was really the punk. They did before they became the.
Look at it.
What they
It
are
says at
now.
the very back, Davey Havoc appears on
Feelings.
so-and-so.
It'd be on Feelings, because that's where he was doing a lot of the woes.
That's pretty cool.
And Dexter Holland
Dexter Holland.
appears on one of the early AFI albums.
That's all right.
And the same guy that did this artwork and the artwork for the next one does artwork for AFI too.
Really?
Early AFI albums.
Yeah. And they had like they always had like the
Before they started
crows
sounding
and-
like the Terminator 2 theme. What was that one song? What was that one AFI song that sounds like Terminator 2? Fucking AFI, man. So,
There's
alright.
a fucking Sum 41 song that uses that beat.
Really?
Yeah.
So the next album is, I mean, Americana was definitely their hugest fucking album. And then 2
I love
years
that
later,
flaming skull though. Looks like something you'd get with the what was that skateboard brand?
Spitfire?
Spitfire. Looks like a Spitfire brand. Yeah, I love that art.
Conspiracy of One. This album,
It's got its highs and its lows. A lot of lows, get some highs though.
yeah, it has a lot of lows. Oh my god. So, all right,
Still
Zach.
great artwork though. You gotta love the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork is awesome.
It's extremely dark.
It is really good, but I'll let Zach start off this one because I remember Zach got this for Christmas, like the year it came out. What do you think about Conspiracy of One?
Did
man?
it come out swingy?
Conspiracy of One, I liked it when I first heard it. I genuinely liked it. Now, it took a couple years for me to dislike it, but it still kind of holds up. Let me see this right here. Like, I love... This is when they became a logo.
Yeah.
I swear.
That is their logo, is because every album afterwards has a version of the flaming skull. You got like the...
It's in here somewhere.
They have the, what is it, their greatest hit album has a black and white version of it.
Has a black and white version of that cover. They use that goddamn...
But it's perfect. It's perfect.
It is perfect, but
picture.
I don't want them to become... They became a fucking logo.
Yeah, they're a brand now.
Yeah.
I
know it's on here somewhere, goddammit, but I can't find it. Anyway, yeah. It's a really cool album cover. I thought it was really fucking cool. It pops out at you and you're like, yeah, this is Offspring after Americana. It's really cool. I like the font and everything. The artwork was still really cool. It had some shit to do with the songs, but Want You Bad, that one did stand out to me as one of the worst songs on this album.
That is
horrible.
Well, it's a really cliche song. Of
It
course,
is
everybody wants the bad girl, just like every girl wants the bad guy.
Tattooed, just ugh.
It's sappy, and they thought they were being clever with saying, well, I want you bad, but not badly. I want you to be bad.
Yeah, that's just unforgivable.
That song is bad.
What are your favorite songs on this album?
Intended. I like Million Miles Away. I mean, like, really, I really like everything but Want You Bad. Million Miles Away is really good. Damn It, I Changed Again is good. Living in Chaos is fucking cool. That's the one where he's like,
yeah, that's a cool little riff.
That's why earlier I was talking about. Like, I love that kind of bass and guitar riff they got going on.
Is that, or was it a Special Delivery?
Where he talks about he's got a special gift for you.
Yeah,
he's like stalking someone.
Shoot him down.
Yeah, he's stalking them. He's
yeah.
fucking killing them and shit.
I actually like Special Delivery. It's kind of creepy. It's one of those creepy songs.
But which one was that had that break it down? Hooga chaka, hooga chaka.
Yeah,
Can't break from my sins. Can I break? Hooga chaka, hooga chaka.
I think that is Special Delivery.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it
Special
is.
Delivery. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that I don't like that part of the song. I was just like,
I
okay,
thought it was kind of funny though, and they started off with that fucking. Was it Beach Boys?
Yeah,
that
it's
said
Beach Boys that said
when
that.
we're ready to sing, we step up to the microphone, and it comes out something.
Now the
like
funny
this.
thing about that is like the Ooga Chugga is from an '80s song.
Yeah.
And they even did that at the beginning of Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Isn't that Def Leppard? Top and love and
Man,
it confuses you every time you hear it on the radio. It's like, what's going to play? Is it going to be Def Leppard or is it going to be...
yeah, dude.
You never know which one's going to play.
I never heard that Def Leppard song until after
Yeah,
Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
That was the first time I heard it was with Pretty Fly for a White Guy. I remember hearing on Rock 103, it's like, oh man, Pretty Fly for a White Guy's about to come on. And they're like, wait, what is
the
this?
fuck is
Yeah, I was
this?
like, huh?
Def Leppard? What the fuck?
Like, was Def Leppard doing a cover of Offspring
And
song or
then
something?
you realize, wait a minute.
This came before that.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, what do you think about Conspiracy of One, Josh?
Okay, well, like I said earlier, I said it's got its highs and it's got its lows. Again,
One Fine Day is great.
Want You Bad. Okay, no, I mean,
One Fine Day is great.
yeah, I like One Fine Day. Million Miles Away is all right. Special Delivery, I like Special Delivery. Living in Chaos, I like the guitar riffs, and Vultures, I do love the song Vultures.
Yes.
Vultures is a good song. That's actually a really good song. And overall, I'd say it's a. If you had to give it a number out of 100, I'd give it a 70. It's good. It's worth getting. It's worth listening to. I have a collection of Offspring.
It's
but
the
it's definitely
last good one.
This is where it downhill from here. That's it. It's downhill.
Like, All Along was a great punk song. Very short, fucking very in your face. Everything you need from a punk song. And then it slows down with Denial Revisited. It's like...
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
This album, to me, it's like... To me, it's all downhill after Americana. Like this,
It's really too short, though.
this is sort of going slowly downhill.
Yeah.
But like, there's songs that I like and songs that I hate,
Here's
and
the
the
thing,
ones
though.
that I like, I don't really love.
They released a version that's very limited that comes with a bonus song called Hook It.
Yeah,
And it sucks because this album really feels like it should have had another song. Like Conspiracy of One, the title track is not really a good...
Yeah,
end
it's
to
not
the
like
album. It just-
Americana was
yeah,
on the
it
original.
just
That was
kinda-
a great song
the
for a
end
title
of-
track.
The end of fucking Conspiracy of One is just kind of like... What?
yeah, it sort of just ends. Like,
Yeah, and then you have like a 3-year gap to a new Offspring album, and
It's completely different.
and
Yeah, and-
during that time they were gonna try to name it fucking Chinese Democracy.
yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Let me finish bitching about this. This to me.
Guns N' Roses album now.
This album to me is kind of cheap. It's not much of a step forward, but then it is like Original Prankster is the kind of song that just annoys the fuck out of me.
It's a made-for-movie song.
Yeah, it's
any
trying.
movie.
To me, it's just trying so hard to be like
Any comedy
pretty fly
movie.
for a what do you call it? I almost said pretty fly for a rabbi. It's trying so hard to be pretty fly for a white guy, and it's like who is the rapper on there? Redman, and like they don't even give him a verse. They just have him say "Original Prankster," and it's like
Original,
it's just so fucking
You know you got paid
cheap.
a lot of money to do that too.
because it says featuring Redman, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
I like
like
the word featuring, and he says like 2 words.
I like the
No, he says 3 words. He says yeah.
yeah.
I like the riff. Isn't it the riff that's like down, no, 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 no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but God, the song. I remember when this song came out, I was like, this kind of sucks. But like, I remember
the video was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I remember MTV making a big fucking deal about this song, and all the little kids on the Total Request Live, like, oh my God, I requested this song because blah blah blah.
Because well, you remember what?
And then
there's-
nothing else.
in
Yeah.
the lyrics,
They didn't
there's,
release any
what
other
is it?
videos.
And then when I heard "I Want You Bad" when you got the album, I was like, this song is horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't fucking stand this song.
Rocking like Janet Reno. Really?
Yeah.
What? Why? I don't understand. Why are you talking about Janet Reno,
It sounded
man?
like it should go with the song Walla Walla from the previous album.
Crime, rocking like Janet Reno. I guess you're talking about.
Because, I mean, she's Janet Reno was, I think, was a Supreme Court judge. or
Yeah,
was.
I mean, it's just so. I don't know, man. But yeah,
A lot of the lyrics on that one, that was the first time it just seemed like he was playing to the... he was just writing the dumbest, most obvious puns and lyrical kind of just... I knew you were going to say that, and why did you do it?
yeah, like.
This is where you talk about they're selling out to the MTV
Yeah,
crowds.
definitely. This I don't want to
It's
call
what's
this
popular.
album a sellout, but god damn it,
It's
it
where it's
sort of
starting.
is.
Well, he's starting to. They're selling out to what's
It's
popular at the time.
In a way, it's Americana 2, but
it is. It really is.
1.5.
I mean, it has the same color font.
No, it's like the same artwork. I mean, it's almost
blue.
the same artwork because you got the blue and the same kind of artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such an uninspired album to me.
But it's the last good one.
It's the last, to me, yeah, it's the last decent
that's
one.
it.
But the last good one to me is Americana. Like, this is,
I like it because it's the last time it was the full band. It was the last time it was the original lineup. So that album I kind of hold more, I guess, I hold it closer than most would, I guess, because that drummer was badass.
It's like halfway through the album, this is where it's good, and then there's where it's starting to go downhill.
Yeah, and here's Splinter. This
Yeah,
shit is,
next,
oh my God.
next we have, well, before we get to Splinter, let's talk about the song they did for the Orange County movie.
That was okay, I liked that, but it had really nothing to do with the fucking movie. And
it sort of reminded me of the I Want You Bad song.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but it's been
when was the last time you heard that song?
Ever since that movie came out.
That was a heavy song, dude.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that song in so many years.
Defy You.
Okay.
And this is where we first.
And I was kind of upset that it didn't feature. It wasn't on this album. I was like, yeah, you should have put it on there. But they probably didn't do it because they would have had to pay the old drum or something.
Yeah. So here we go.
The parental advisor sticker finally shows up.
That was the first time they did it, and they only really cussed in like 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah, see, this album carries an explicit content sticker because it contains 11 expletives.
Yes.
Well, it actually counts them.
Yes, it does. It does. It counts it. I remember.
Wow, how about there's more cussing on Americana or Smash?
Yeah, there definitely is.
Splinter is god awful to me. But talk about how, because they were originally going to call this Chinese Democracy, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah. But Axl Rose put up a lawsuit and then they just fucking dropped it and decided to call it Splinter after a line in one of the songs off this album.
But do you know why Axl Rose dropped it?
Why?
It's because their release date for this album, when they called it a Chinese Democracy, was April 1st. So it was just a big April Fool's joke.
Okay.
So at least...
That would have been cool if they did name it that, though.
Yeah.
They bark at the moon?
Yeah, like, this album is god fucking awful, damn it.
I didn't even listen to this album because I just didn't want to. I think I put it on, I had downloaded it on my Rhapsody. I started listening, a lot of times I go by
There's
the first...
the logo.
The first...
It's in the fucking word.
It's the O. Yeah, the first 10 seconds of a song can usually sometimes tell you how it's going to go, and every one of these like, no.
But yeah, the first song
how uninspiring is this album?
I know it has fallen.
It's just gray. It's just kind of gray and some
yeah, the art is horrible.
It's got a guy
There's
howling at the
nothing
moon.
to this.
There's definitely nothing.
I like this with the tiki mask, and I just
trying to be artsy about it, like the statue with its head
exploding statue head,
and the flower in the statue head hole. On the back, and the guy howling at the moon. I mean,
just all right, Zach. I remember when you first bought this. Like I wasn't really into it.
When I first bought it, I didn't like it, and it took a couple listens for me to really accept it, I guess, because it didn't have the original drummer. It was definitely missing something.
Yeah, Josh Freese, everybody's favorite studio drummer.
It was short.
It is.
Fuck.
It is really short.
For an Offspring album, it was very short, and I still love this song to this day, but it just feels very out of place for an Offspring album. Fucking when you're in prison.
That is the best song on here.
Song.
When you're in prison.
But it just seems kind of out of place on an Offspring album.
Don't turn the other way. Like, I love how 1920s that song sounds.
It is. It's so perfect.
You hear the gramophone fuzz in the background, and it sounds like... It sounds like the old TMC, or what is it, TCM TV station, Turner Classic
That's
Movies.
Probably the mountain.
But yeah,
sticking out in front of them?
the first time I ever listened to this all the way through...
There's nothing there. I just noticed something. All right, you see the guy.
There's a dick on the cover.
There's a dick on the cover. You see the little dude?
Oh, what?
Wait, is that his hand?
It can't be his hands. Both his hands are tilted back.
Oh, goddamn.
There's a dick on the CD.
Damn, right there. It just said how shitty this...
There's a dick on it.
You bought a dick on the album cover.
There is a dick on the CD. Yeah, so the first time I ever heard this all the way through, because I remember I heard you play it enough times when you bought it, and I was like,
Yeah, because I had to fucking play it over and over and over to fucking like it.
You had to
and I was
justify
like,
your purchase.
Man, I'm just not really digging this album, but I love this band.
I know,
What
right?
is wrong with it? I couldn't.
It's gotta be one of your
comprehend
first. Yeah, it's gotta be one of your first disappointing albums.
It really was. I was like, I don't understand. And then I was like, okay, it's the first one without the drummer. Maybe they just need to find their comfort zone. And then they
Keep telling yourself that.
they hired a guy.
Josh Freeze.
No, that's the guy who recorded for all their fucking albums since the new guy or the old guy left. But they added Adam Willard as the replacement for Ron Whitley or Weltley, whatever. How the fuck you? Ron Weasley. It was the replacement for Ron Weasley.
Damn gingers.
Yeah.
This album, when I was listening to it the other day, and I was just so bored. I was like, this is just, it just sounds like average ass Offspring with no fucking like, just no sort of.
There's his dick.
Yeah, there's the dick again. Like, it just sounded like Offspring were sort of bored too. It's just
They were very.
every.
That was the first one that you say the other one's uninspired. That one's very uninspired.
Yeah, this one is just god awful. The song Hit That. What the fuck? All right.
Is that a No Doubt sounding song right there? That sounds like a No
That's
Doubt
the
title.
one that song is just annoying.
That is very annoying.
Dum,
Very,
dum, dum,
very,
dum,
very
dum,
annoying.
dum,
And then
dum,
what is that? That goddamn song, Worst Hangover Ever. That is a really cool sounding song.
Yeah.
But the goddamn lyrics, before he fucking sings it on stage, he's like, this song is called The Worst Hangover Ever, and it's kind of like when you eat too much ice cream. What the fuck?
There's no such thing as too much ice cream.
There's no.
I like
I
how
love fucking ice cream.
I like how on the worst hangover ever, through most of the song, he's like, I'm never gonna drink again. And then at the end, he's like,
Yeah.
I'll probably never drink again.
At least
I
not
may
till next
never
weekend."
drink again. Yeah, until next weekend. And I was like, that's kind of funny. No. But yeah, Hit That is god awful. Like, I appreciate that they're using, different instruments. It's
Yeah.
very electronic, but it's annoying. It's one that sticks in your head and not in a good fucking way. Like, yeah, I'm just constantly hearing that, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Dun. And like, he's like, I'm on a roll with all the girls I know. I mean, obviously the song is about fucking everybody. But what the fuck was up with the music video? Do you remember that?
It was a fucking digitized dog.
It was like a blue dude and a computer animated dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that shit was? I remember seeing one time, I thought it was a damn commercial.
He looked like
The dude was like, he had like white fucking hair, he had a blue face, and he was sitting there rapping into the camera.
Yeah, he looked like that little blue alien dude from the Sony Walkman commercials. You remember those? I fucking hated that video. I was like, this is god fucking awful, man. I cannot.
And then they had, that was the other album that only had 2 videos that were released. There was one for Dahooey, but it wasn't released.
I like the Dahooey song. That's probably my favorite one on here. I won't fuck with Dahooey.
Yeah,
I won't
Dahooey
fuck
was
with
really
Dahooey.
cool.
Like, that's the best song on here to me. Like,
Because it has the old Offspring sound.
it kind
For
of
like
does.
a second, it has that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then it goes back into the bullshit.
Yeah, this album is just god awful, and it only gets worse from here. The next,
But here, there's a couple more things that I would like to say about this. Like, there were a few songs that I liked on here. Like, Lightning Rod was cool. Fucking Spare Me the Details was a cool little funny song.
yeah,
Like, I mean, some of the things he says in there, my dumb donut, my girlfriend, Went out to a party just the other night.
Yeah, and like she's
3 hours later and 7 shots of Jaeger, she was in the bedroom with another guy. That's really cool. I mean,
yeah, but it also kind of pisses me off. It's like, okay, so are you keeping your cheating girlfriend?
he never really.
You just don't want to hear about
bad
it?
anyways.
Yeah, he wanted her bad.
He wanted her bad.
Oh, that's what you get, you dirty son of a bitch. But there's really no conclusion to it in the end of the song. He repeats the chorus again, and
he's just like, no, don't tell me she's fucking other guys.
Yeah.
We got a couple more albums, and you might get the conclusion there.
Yeah, well, it's been a while since, well, maybe. Yeah, because he has a song called Christy, Are You Doing Okay?
Okay, so the next album.
I love this fucking cover, though.
Rise and Fall, Rage and Grace.
And it really is a rise and it's just,
it's just a fall.
If you take this title and look at it as before this came out, it's true. Because during Smash they rose, and then after, in my opinion, after Conspiracy won, they fell.
To me, they started falling.
But there was no Raging Grace. There was never a Raging Grace.
Yeah, all Grace went out the fucking window with bumping in my fucking trunk.
No, the Grace went out the window when they lost Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Travis made me listen to that the first time, because the only song I've ever heard on here was it You're Gonna Go Far, Kid? Because Starla
is horrible.
Starla likes that song. I think she saw it in the movie. That's the only song I ever heard by it. I was like, I listened to it and I was like, who the hell? These guys sound familiar. This is the music they should be playing. And I looked it up, I was like, holy crap, this is Offspring. They came out with a new album. The only thing they got for it is got a redhead on the cover. I love redheads. That's about it. I mean, it's pretty cool art. I like the artwork. It's pretty cool. Yeah. But from what I've listened to on the album, I mean, this is again another just sad disappointment from Offspring. It is very
disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Like, You're Gonna Go Far. It sounds like it's a made-for-TV and movie song. Any fucking song where you're trying to, inspire the actor the character to go farther and keep going.
And that one, he was like, dance, fucker, dance.
Yeah.
That was the first time I was like, or no, when I first heard that lyric, I was like, dance, fucker, dance. That just sounds kind of stupid. But like, none of these songs hold up like a good Offspring sound. And then
no, they don't.
But like, in a way, if you're gonna take this album as a whole and take away the Offspring, it's pretty heavy until you get to A Lot Like Me, when they added pianos for the first time in an Offspring song, and it is bullshit.
This album, I don't remember jack shit from it, except for the day you bought it, you were living with me and Stas, and we sat there and we were getting blitzed, and we were listening to it, and I was just like, what the fuck happened to these guys? Like,
yeah,
that's
dude.
really all I remember is like, what the fuck happened?
And then what is that? Fucking Takes Me Nowhere is like a very standard Offspring song that sounds like it should have been on Smash.
Really?
It has, and a lot. No,
so there's remnants of the good stuff sort of leaking out.
Trust in You is another one that sounds like it should be on Smash. Like, it has that fucking, it's like they took the riffs and the drum beats and everything and just wrote different lyrics over it and sped it up or something.
Now this album is the one that has that blatant ripoff of American Idiot from Green Day.
Oh, we'll get to that. Then, Christy, Are You Doing Okay?
That sucks.
Yeah. That's the one where he's asking the fucking, the chick from that he wanted bad that became a whore. Now he's asking if she's doing okay. But the fucking video is horrible because goddamn Dexter Holland grew this fucking long ass fucking mullet thing, and he looks like, I swear to God, he looks like fucking Bon Jovi now, and he's sitting in a goddamn classroom with a bunch of fucking teenagers playing his acoustic guitar singing, Christy, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I've never seen any videos from this.
That is a horrible, horrible fucking video, and it's a song that wants to be a hit. It is fucking canon.
Oh my God.
Now,
You trying to pull a puddle of mud on us?
the next song, Nothing Town. If you listened to this song if you listened to this album before we got to this, you would have been like, God damn it, why did they do that song again? Because Nothing Town Swear to God.
Sounds like Green Day.
That beat, that guitar riff is Want You Bad.
Is it really?
It is. I swear to God.
God damn it. I Want You Bad again.
Wow. And it's funny how they both sound like a Green Day song. It's not like Green Day should be doing it.
Yeah.
I want you all tattooed.
Stuff is messed up. That's the one where he's like, there you go. Yep. But this one is like da 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 da.
They just kind of stopped a couple, so they avoided the copyright rules. Okay, wow, yeah, that's a blatant rip off from the Dookie album.
It is. But there is one part that kind of redeems that song for a second, where he spits out a lot of fucking words really, really, really fast.
Well, he can rap now.
No.
Kind of like Weird Al on Hardware Store.
And then the song, or then the album fucking loses you with Fix You.
Oh my god, okay, Fix You.
This is fucking Wake Me Up When September Ends.
This is not Offspring. What the hell is this crap? This is not punk rock.
Oh my god.
This is like emo music. This is right here we see what your feelings.
And this song, the next one on here, fucking says it all. Let's hear it for Rock Bottom. But the song sucks.
Oh god, I can't fucking handle it.
Yeah.
What's this crap? They bring it down?
Trying to throw in some ska-ness.
Yeah, it's what this sounds very skull-like. And then of course you got the title track, Rise and Fall.
American Idiot.
God, man.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
It is such a blatant rip-off.
They really knew they were doing that. Like,
yeah,
even
that
they
is
colored layout black and red.
But you want to know what happened, alright? Punk, like Offspring, people didn't give a shit about it anymore. People were started to stop giving a shit about it in the early 2000s because shit like Blink-182 was getting popular. So all your punk started to sound like kids. Like, well, this is growing up.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's singing like that. I couldn't stand that
I call
singing.
it party punk.
Yeah, party punk. Like,
Pussy punk.
power punk, you know? Like, power pop. It's power pop, man.
This was the first
They just play it a
one.
little faster and call it punk.
You know, like, this was the Splinter was the first one that I had to try to like. I had to kind of like force myself to like it, and then I ultimately just didn't. This was the first one I listened to and was just like, God damn it.
This is also the first one where it's produced by
Bob Rock.
the guy who will fuck up any band.
He will fuck your shit up, dude.
Bob Cock. He will fuck it up.
Like you said,
and they're working on a new album with Bob Cock again.
Yep.
like earlier, bend over, hold your breath, relax, and shove a cock up your ass.
The sad thing to say is, that's their best-selling album.
It is, really?
It is their best-selling
and
album.
you're gonna go far,
because
kid.
You're gonna go far, kid.
It is an extremely
Really?
popular.
Yes.
You know
Why was it so popular?
in movies? They've been in movies. They play it on the radio all the
See,
time.
that's the thing.
It's a poppy song.
Barely heard that song on the radio.
Yeah, it's because it came out in a lot of movies. It's one of the reasons. I think at least one or two
But
movies.
it was definitely the first one I was like, God damn it, guys. God damn it. I'm just not...
You're Gonna Go Far, Kid is a real sellout song.
It's like I'm
It's
not
an
gonna...
absolute sellout song.
I'm not gonna be waiting to hear your next albums. I'm not even gonna search you guys up. Like, I am done. I'm over you guys. Fuck you. You pissed me off with Splinter, and now you really pissed me off with this one.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, I'm getting to that. And I was just like, you know...
It only gets worse.
It does.
This nightmare doesn't end.
But I was like, you know... I was hoping this album would be good.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it could be really cool,
The song titles were very
The
promising.
black and the red. I mean, come on.
And then
That's kind of punk rock right there. You know, just It's a black cover album.
Well, Black and the Red is more punk of the early 2000s that Green Day made popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to the music,
punk.
it does sound like a lot of fucking Green Day. Like they just recovered Green Day music. They rehashed some Green Day music.
But it's
like, I keep waiting to see the fucking heart-shaped hand grenade floating around down here somewhere.
Yeah, you got the heart on the chest.
Yeah.
Arrows going through it.
But you know, it's just like, that was the first one I was like really pissed off with. Like, this is just bullshit.
Eyeball or something?
Yeah.
It almost looks like an eye. The clouds behind her.
Say it is.
Yeah, because you got the iris and shit.
And the people.
Yeah.
And you got the people down there holding chains on the...
Keeping the angel at bay.
That's an angel.
I mean, that is a really, it's maybe like an angel ghost or an angel mermaid. It's an angel maid. It's a mer angel.
Yeah, Mergel.
It's a Mergel. The Offspring have created a beast. It's called the Mergel.
Got a little nipple action going on right there.
Yeah, but they actually put a dick on the other one. They'll put a dick on it, but they won't put no nipples on it.
Alright, so the next album...
The Offspring is afraid of boobs.
The next album is probably, to me, the worst.
This was the first time I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna fucking search you guys up. I'm not listening to you guys. And you told me that, hey dude, they're releasing a new album. I'm like, wow, you told me this? You?
Just the title.
How did I not find out this first?
Days Go By, y'all.
Days Go By.
The first song.
What kind of title? Does that sound like a punk rock title to an album?
The first
The
song I
cover
heard.
of the album is an old man and a little kid sitting on a bench in the woods.
I do sort of like the woodsiness of the album cover.
I mean, it's cool.
It's not redeeming
album
enough
cover,
for the album.
But it doesn't fit what I remember the Offspring.
Yeah, it's not a good Offspring cover.
This cover doesn't shout Offspring.
I mean, how do you go from Americana to old man and kid on a bench?
Yeah, like...
Seriously.
Oh,
Kids
yeah.
aren't all right.
This album,
The
like...
future is now.
Zack bought this album, and this was the first time we ever did a first listen episode, because we just had so much we had to say about it.
Like, dude, really, this fucking album, I never tried to like it.
Actually, if you look at the people, look at their faces, they just listen to the album. That's what's wrong. Look at it.
Yeah. This came out...
This
And
cowl
that's why
on that
they're
guy's
not on
face.
the bench when you look at the
Like,
fucking
screw
song
this
titles
crap.
on the back. They're like, fuck this.
This shit sucks. We're gone.
This album, my big problem with this album is the fact that everything sounds the same, which it's more like cheaper versions of what was good. And then you have Offspring doing Miley Cyrus, or Offspring by way of Miley Cyrus in Cruisin' California, Bumpin' in My Trunk. This is the most god-awful Offspring album I've ever heard.
It is. But you know what's kind of crazy? A lot of these songs kind of sound like, why are you playing that?
Yeah,
Like,
check it.
a lot of these songs sound like, what is that fucking band, Rise Against?
Yeah, Rise Against, they're alright.
Some of these songs sound like
How
that.
can you even enjoy that kind of music?
But,
You just can't.
I just torturing
the
yourself.
first song I heard, though, like, you told me they were releasing a new album, so I definitely went up and searched everything I could about it. And then, like, a month later, they released the song Days Go By, and I heard it, and I was like, I kind of dig that little intro. It was, like, very kind of 80s and stuff, but the whole message of the song was just something he said before. It's just kind of, days go by. Don't look back on tomorrow.
I remember the first time I heard the song off of here is when you texted me. You said, dude, go look at the Bumpin' in My Trunk song.
Yeah.
It is Offspring with auto-tune. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that was the first time I was like, oh my god, what the fuck has happened?
Oh my god. I turned it on. Me and Stas were sitting there, and Stas digs some old Offspring songs, and she was like, this is god-awful. I'm like, yeah, dude. This is horrible. It is horrendous. Now, a lot of kids, when we did that first listen on this album, a lot of people commented saying, you know, Offspring do joke songs on every album. I mean, yeah, but it's not a good fucking joke.
Yeah.
It is a horrible fucking joke.
In a way, it seems like they're taking it serious, like they didn't intend it to be a joke.
Yeah, it seems more serious than Pretty Fly for a White Guy or the original Prankster.
Yeah, and in some ways, it doesn't fit. what they were doing with Original Prankster and Pretty Fly for a White Guy. It's just way out of there.
Oh God, it's horrible.
It's just like if you're gonna do another genre and you're gonna make fun of what's popular, why
make fun of it? You know, don't do it. Make fun of it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to blatantly use auto-tune.
It's like it's one of those things where you can say, well, at least the whole album doesn't sound like that, which is thankful. I'm thankful for that, but it's still fucking on there, and it's still god fucking awful.
There's that one song on there that sounds like, don't you forget about me.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's kind of a poetic song track. Slim Pickens does the right thing and rides the bomb to hell. The one song that might sound somewhat...
It is. It's a ripoff from an old Offspring song.
They rip it off themselves. It's the only one that actually sounds like an Offspring song.
That is a good song. I will give it that.
And the title is fitting. Slim Pickens. One song.
Yep.
One song on an album with 12 songs on it. And it's the last song on there.
Good song.
They ended this crappy ass album on at least one good song.
This is, yeah. Like when I first listened to it.
But then here's my problem with this song. He says, "Dance, fucker, dance again."
Well, he's like, it's the whole, hey guys, you remember this thing in a previous album?
Like I can see, the artwork in this album is kind of trying to be.
It's trying to be
like,
Americana.
Yeah.
Because every song has a different picture.
And like some of them are animated, and I like this with the happy family, like 1950s kind of
It's the worst fucking song on the goddamn album.
I want a secret family
with you. It's so goddamn awful.
Is that about Arnold Schwarzenegger? Y'all remember his love affair with the maid?
Yeah, his secret family.
Oh God!
No, it's not. Sadly, it's not.
He needed one more hour to pump her up.
I needed one more hour of working out. It's called 25-hour fitness.
You gotta do those albums. I think I'll download those. I'll listen to it. Austrian Death Machine fucking rocks.
He's got them.
I know, I got them on Spotify.
Yeah, it was the first time Josh ever heard it. Me and him were heading to Taco Bell, and I was like, dude, let me let you hear some Austrian Death Machine. And like Josh was fucking digging it, dude.
It's
I was
fucking
like,
awesome. I love that shit. I love the fucking one more hour of fitness. Just some Arnold Schwarzenegger.
With one more hour of working out.
Get to the chopper.
This next one's called "Get to the Chopper." Yeah.
What's the song that he goes where he just makes his noise? He can't sing, he just makes a noise. That's the entire time he did that.
Yeah,
I can't remember the album. I want to listen to that song some more. I just can't remember.
Nothing's as brutal as no.
Yes, that's
What was that one song where he's like, "Stop it, stop it"?
God damn.
We're gonna have to do them on one of the podcasts.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about them because. Well, yeah.
That'll be a good podcast all the way around.
Yeah. So, I just can't get over bumping in my trunk. Jesus, it pisses me off.
He needs
The whole album pisses me off.
We need to take him to the store and get him some box wine because he needs to calm down.
Yeah, I need some fucking, what is it, Franzia.
I call that shit Frank wine. Frank from Sonny and Philly sitting in the back seat with the wine box.
Good show.
Oh God! So yeah, Offspring's full career, they're the kind of band who could only be as popular as they were in the 90s.
But here's the thing, they became very repetitive
Yeah.
after fucking Americana.
Horribly
A lot of the songs
repetitive.
just they use that same 4-chord progression riff. That
It gets really old.
That also shows a problem in today's society. People nowadays in general with their way to taste in music. This stuff sells.
Exactly.
This is what's the problem is. It's selling.
Exactly.
That's the sad thing
You
about
vote
it
with
because
your money.
this is selling more than the previous Offspring that we're more familiar with.
Because like people like us, we never heard of this stuff. We didn't buy these old albums till we heard these like the Americana albums. Like, oh man, I'm gonna go back and we like loved it. And now when we move forward, wow, they suck now.
Yeah,
It's a band. This is a band that should have stepped away from the stage after about Americana or Conspiracy One and just said,
Yeah.
we're gonna end on this high note.
But what about kids nowadays that come into the Offspring because of Bumping in My Trunk?
They're gonna hate the old stuff.
Yeah.
What?
They're gonna hear
exactly.
farts. It's gonna be like somebody farting on a microphone.
That's all they're gonna hear. What is this? This is. It just sounds like shit.
You know, like they said, like in SLC Punk is dead. Punk is in its
You can answer it. It's a podcast.
It's Black Joey.
Hey, Black Joey's calling. Hey, Joey, say hey to the podcast, Joey.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Huh?
What's up, man? What the fuck y'all studying now?
We're talking about the Offspring albums, man. We just finished talking about the last one. You remember with Bumping in Your Trunk? You were on that first listen with us. Do you have any words to say about Bumping in My Trunk?
Oh yeah, man. I remember that shit. That whole album sucked. I remember saying that if I listened to it and I was a porn star, I would be soft forever and lose my job.
Yeah, that sums up that whole record. Any final thoughts on this god-awful piece of shit?
That album sucks.
Slim Pickens,
sucks.
one song, one decent song.
I liked OC Guns.
OC Guns, yeah, that was a cool song.
That one
Okay,
was like fucking
songs.
reggae and ska, and it was fucking cool.
But it also is not. But it's not Offspring. But it is a good song.
But it was Offspring because every album sort of had a ska-like kind of song.
So we got 2 songs on a 12-track list.
Yeah, 2 out of 10.
Literally Slim Pickens, just like the title.
2 out of 10 ain't bad.
Oh, it's 2 out of 12. He hung up on you.
Yeah, he just hung up. We'll get back with him in a moment. So yeah, like it's the Offspring's career as a whole. Like the first half is amazing, and then the second half is very boring to shitty.
It literally is the rise and fall of Offspring. Now, it does leave a lot. They've had hit rock bottom. This is. I mean,
That's the thing. There's the title.
Yeah, except for the fact unless they come out with some kind of B-sides listing where they gotta do some hip hop or some country songs, there ain't too much farther they can go. So maybe next album they'll come back to their old roots, come out some more smash.
That's the thing. That's the problem. With these last 2 albums, they said it, especially this one, they were saying we're going back to that smash sound.
Wow.
No, you didn't. You definitely didn't do that.
Maybe we're a little more
Wasn't there a
jaded
song on here?
There's like 4 or 5 songs that sound like it should be on Smash.
But no, isn't one of these songs from their first album?
No, there's Dirty Magic is from
Dirty Magic,
fucking Ignition.
So why did they put a song from their second album on this horrendous piece of
They
shit?
can say they're going back to their roots.
Just so they can fool the new kids.
Fooled the new kids,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, it's kinda like when
see,
they
here's
released-
the thing. They actually fooled Rolling Stone because they printed this in a fucking article. They said,
Remember, this was a new
Dirty
album.
Magic is reminiscent of
Dirty Magic.
songs from Nevermind or some stuff from the 90s. Very grunge-like.
And it's like, hey, how about it did come in the 90s?
Hell yeah!
The song was
fucking-
released in 92, jackass.
It reminds me of a song they released called Dirty Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Haven't you listened to Ignition, you Rolling Stones asshole?
So we're looking about, they got about what? We're saying about maybe 50% of their career has been good.
Yeah, I would say so.
The first half of their career is great.
And then it just goes downhill from
Maybe
Americana.
they can rise again. Maybe.
No, they can't. If they got Bob Rock on their next album. And here's
Bob
the thing.
Rock.
They have a new drummer, but he only recorded 4 songs on this new album. 4 out of 12 songs. And the rest are recorded by, guess who? Josh Freese. The new Offspring drummer is Josh Freese.
Josh
because
Freese.
He's recorded on all 3 of those
Josh
albums.
Freese is everybody's favorite go-to studio drummer. Like, he's on a lot of Nine Inch Nails albums, and
I will give him, he does have a good range, but
yeah. I mean, the
he
dude's
doesn't
paid,
make the
man.
Offspring sound any better.
It's just so...
Polished turd, still a turd.
I'll always remember the good stuff over the bad
Offspring
stuff.
wasn't a turd, though.
I'll always remember the good stuff over the bad stuff, and I still love from The Offspring to Americana, and then these other albums I just can't really get into.
You might have a small handful of songs between the remainder that might be considered worthy of Offspring, and the rest is just filler.
Well, yeah, damn, there you go. You have 4 good albums.
And then you
no,
probably
actually, this is 5 because you don't have the cover.
Yeah,
or
you have
case for
Smash.
Yeah.
5
5
good
good
albums
albums.
and 4 shitty albums.
And it's got maybe
But I do kind of like...
five songs within all those that are decent.
I do like a lot of songs off of Conspiracy 1,
Yeah,
so I will hold, okay, 6...
Me and Zack have a little bit more faith in Conspiracy 1 and Travis.
I will hold 6 good Offspring albums and 3 bad Offspring albums.
Yeah, I mean, like, Conspiracy 1 has some good songs, but it starts to get boring to me. Yeah, they're slowly going downhill at that moment to me. They were trying to capture lightning in a bottle again with just copying Americana.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They were trying to copy Americana.
And it just didn't fucking do right.
And it came out...
Plus, when it came out, I was listening to shit like Rammstein, and Hollywood just came out that year.
Yeah. We were all on Hollywood.
It came out at a bad time because that month was the same month that it was a new Limp Bizkit album.
Oh, God!
That's for another podcast.
Yeah, I know. A new Limp Bizkit album came out. A new Backstreet Boys and NSYNC album came out. Fucking...
Yes, it had some tough competition.
Everyone had
not
their music
musically, but what do you call it?
Records in sales, it had definitely good competition. Like it shows you the downfall in America's
young
pop music because the top selling album of the year for 2000 was Chocolate Starfish.
A god awful.
And that's the year that the big ass fucking Marshall Mathers album came out.
I like that one though. I like that.
That is something. We liked Eminem more that year than we liked Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
we loved Limp Bizkit back when it used to be the $3 bill, y'all.
That was good.
That was great when they used
that.
When it was more the skater.
I just wanted a Pepsi.
Yeah, but then it just really shows the downfall in America's popular music. If Limp Bizkit is the top selling album,
yeah, it all started going downhill
the entire fucking year, and it came out in like October or November that year.
That's a god awful piece of shit.
So it sold so fucking much in the 3 months it was out in that year.
Wow.
Compared to everything else. I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty damn sure.
Somebody will correct you if you're wrong.
Somebody will correct me, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that fucking album was the top selling one of that year.
But okay, I don't really have much else to say.
Offspring, yeah, worthy listening to. Good collection to have.
I'll still pick up an album when it comes out, like the fucking days go by, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, there's a new Offspring album coming out.
I wouldn't say rush out to get the next one, but yeah, there's enough. They have enough there that we can still say, 6-3. The odds are that it can come out something good are still in their favor. That it's not. We're not going to pass up a next Offspring album. We're going to pick it up when it comes out.
Shit. So I guess we'll see y'all later on the next episode of what is this called? Audio Theory Radio, man.
Yeah.
Already forgetting the name of our shit.
Three guys bitching about music.
Yeah. We'll see y'all later.